Welcome, everyone, to this comprehensive lecture series on the principles of biotechnology. Today, we will explore the transformation of biological science from an empirical practice into a precise, molecular, and computational discipline. Over the course of this lecture, we will cover the core molecular tools that made modern genetic engineering possible, walk through the major color-coded sectors of applied biotechnology, examine how genomics and big data are reshaping modern life sciences, and conclude with the ethical considerations and synthetic frontiers shaping the future of our field. To begin, biotechnology is broadly defined as any technological application that harnesses biological systems, living organisms, or their derivatives to create or modify products and processes for specific uses. Historically, traditional biotechnology operated for over 10,000 years without direct genetic intervention, relying instead on natural microbial traits through selective breeding and fermentation to produce staples like bread, cheese, and alcohol. The modern era, catalyzed in the 1970s by breakthroughs in genetic engineering, tissue culture, and immunology, represents a fundamental paradigm shift. We can now directly manipulate genomes at the molecular level, transferring specific genes across natural reproductive barriers to engineer precise, targeted phenotypes. The bedrock of modern genetic engineering is recombinant DNA technology, pioneered in 1973 by Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer. This process relies on a molecular toolkit that functions like biological scissors and glue. Restriction endonucleases act as molecular scissors, recognizing specific palindromic sequences and cleaving the DNA backbone to generate compatible cohesive or blunt ends. DNA ligase then functions as molecular glue, forming permanent phosphodiester bonds between adjacent fragments. By inserting a foreign gene fragment into cloning vectors, such as plasmids engineered with origins of replication, selectable markers, and multiple cloning sites, we can introduce foreign sequences into competent host organisms like Escherichia coli for amplification and expression. Once target DNA is isolated, the polymerase chain reaction, conceptualized by Kary Mullis in 1983, enables exponential in vitro amplification of specific sequences. PCR relies on automated thermal cycling powered by Taq polymerase, a specialized thermostable enzyme isolated from the extremophile Thermus aquaticus. Each cycle proceeds through three distinct phases. First, denaturation at 94 to 96 degrees Celsius breaks hydrogen bonds to yield single-stranded DNA templates. Second, annealing at 50 to 65 degrees Celsius allows synthetic oligonucleotide primers to bind specifically to target flanking regions. And third, extension at 72 degrees Celsius enables Taq polymerase to synthesize complementary strands using free dNTPs. Repeating this cycle 25 to 35 times generates billions of exact copies in just a few hours. While recombinant DNA and PCR revolutionized gene manipulation, CRISPR-Cas9 introduced unprecedented precision to live genome editing. Adapted from bacterial and archaeal adaptive immune systems and demonstrated as an engineering platform in 2012 by Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier, CRISPR relies on a programmable single-guide RNA that directs the Cas9 endonuclease to a precise target sequence adjacent to a protospacer adjacent motif, or PAM site. After Cas9 creates a targeted double-strand break, the cell repairs the cut via one of two endogenous pathways: error-prone, non-homologous, end joining, which introduces insertions or deletions that disrupt gene function, or high-fidelity homology-directed repair, which incorporates an exogenous DNA template to achieve precise sequence modifications. Moving into specialized applications, Red Biotechnology focuses on pharmaceuticals, organs, regenerative medicine, and individualized therapies. This modern biopharmaceutical era was inaugurated in 1982 with the FDA approval of recombinant human insulin, replacing animal extracts and eliminating adverse immunogenic reactions. Today, the field encompasses targeted monoclonal antibodies like trastuzumab, viral vector-mediated gene therapies that replace defective genes, and advanced cell therapies such as CAR-T. In CAR-T cell therapy, a patient's T cells are harvested and genetically engineered ex vivo with synthetic chimeric antigen receptors, enabling them to recognize specific tumor surface antigens like CD19 and selectively destroy cancer cells. Green biotechnology applies molecular engineering to agriculture to enhance crop productivity, reinforce stress tolerance, and support global food security. Key breakthroughs include pest-resistant Bt crops that produce Bacillus thuringiensis, crystal endotoxins to target insect pests while lowering chemical pesticide use, as well as herbicide-tolerant crops engineered with insensitive EPSPS enzymes to allow targeted weed control. Furthermore, biofortification initiatives, such as golden rice engineered to biosynthesize beta-carotene in its endosperm, directly address micronutrient deficiencies in developing regions. Many of these plant modifications are facilitated by Agrobacterium tumefaciens, which naturally transfers desired DNA sequences via engineered Ti plasmids. White biotechnology harnesses cellular systems and isolated biocatalysts to replace traditional, high-emission, fossil fuel-based chemical synthesis with sustainable biomanufacturing. Mass-produced microbial enzymes, such as proteases, lipases, and amylases, operate under mild pH and temperature regimes, dramatically reducing energy footprints in textiles, food processing, and detergents. Concurrently, metabolic engineering enables optimized microbes inside industrial bioreactor tanks to convert lignocellulosic biomass into advanced biofuels, while synthesizing biodegradable biopolymers like PHAs and PLA that help mitigate global plastic pollution. Gray biotechnology focuses on environmental remediation, utilizing microbial communities and specialized plants to monitor, sequester, and eliminate pollutants from contaminated ecosystems. For example, hydrocarbon-degrading bacteria like Pseudomonas putida metabolize toxic petroleum fractions from oil spills, converting hazardous chemicals into benign carbon dioxide and water. Similarly, phytoremediation and bioaccumulating microbes are deployed to sequester toxic heavy metals like lead and mercury from industrial waste, while engineered microbial consortia in activated sludge systems digest municipal effluents to purify water supplies. The massive high-throughput data produced by modern life sciences has made bioinformatics an essential pillar of biological research. While the original Human Genome Project required over a decade of Sanger sequencing, contemporary next-generation sequencing platforms rapidly sequence entire genomes in parallel at minimal cost. Bioinformatics bridges computer science, mathematics, and molecular biology, utilizing sequence alignment algorithms like BLAST to identify homology across global repositories, alongside predictive computational modeling that translates primary amino acid sequences into three-dimensional protein structures for targeted drug design. Because biotechnology possesses unprecedented power to alter life, rigorous ethical evaluation and legal oversight are paramount. The field distinguishes sharply between somatic cell therapies, which treat an individual, and heritable human germline editing, which carries profound ethical considerations regarding informed consent and downstream generational effects. Similarly, environmental interventions like CRISPR-based gene drives, which rapidly spread modified traits across entire wild populations, present complex ecological risks. Starting from the foundational 1975 Asilomar Conference, regulatory agencies such as the FDA, EPA, and EMA enforce comprehensive containment, safety testing, and oversight to ensure biotechnological applications protect human and environmental health. Finally, synthetic biology represents the next evolutionary step in modern biotechnology, moving beyond the modification of existing organisms to the rational design and synthesis of entirely new biological parts, circuits, and systems. By assembling standardized modular biobricks, including promoters, coding sequences, and terminators, into predictable genetic logic circuits, scientists can program cells like biological computers. From the milestone creation of Cynthia, the first synthetic bacterial cell with a chemically synthesized genome in 2010, to artificial carbon fixing systems and real-time living biosensors, synthetic biology provides powerful tools to address the world's most pressing medical, industrial, and ecological challenges.